I have something I wanted to add. The average American has like about this much capacity to really do sitting meditation like they were doing, I think. You know, and we saw how they progressed over the period of time, but, you know, like the 5 people that were thrown out, you know, I worked with kids about 20 times worse than them, you know, who'd already been chucked out of every school. And I still got them to.
They're proud of being chucked out.
Well, yeah. So I found that, like, by doing a movement meditation, like Tai Chi and Qigong, where you're actually, the movement is inherent into, like, balancing the yin and yang, giving you those feelings of safety and Qi movement, is very useful, you know, and it's very clearing, too. I don't know if it's going to get to the, you know, point of talk therapy and the deep things you need to heal for those kind of traumas, but I know that you always feel better after you did it, you know what I mean? And it's not just teaching you to stuff it, it's, you know, releasing, very releasing kind of stuff, you know, any kind of physical, you know, like the yoga or the Qigong is very releasing, you know. I used to have some anger issues, and like I said, went from a battle umbrella to a Qi master thing, you know, and I always wanted some kind of physicality, but once I did the Qigong, I just felt like, okay, I felt peaceful, you know, the movement.
Can I add something to that?
Sure.
So, we have a lot of meditations through the day, and at least 3. One is student-led, that's the one after lunch. We do gathas, which are recitations that remind them that time is passing, not to waste their time, not to waste their life. It's a Buddhist school, so these are the things that we do. But they're sitting on the cushion of meditation, and they have my martial arts class at some point during the day. And they're out in the community, in the school, doing chores, cooking, being with each other, having conflicts, whatever. They need to, a kid needs to learn that each place there's a kind of mindfulness going on. So sitting is easy. Moving is more difficult because you're tracking movement and awareness. And when you're out in the scrum, it's so easy to get lost. So what's it like to get lost in that? No problem, just come back. Just like with your breathing. You breathe, come back, come back, come back. The coming back is a way of practicing compassion. So again, you know, in this film, maybe it needs to be a 10-hour film. But where's the practice of compassion with the mindfulness? Compassion is what's healing. So they learn practicing self-compassion, and then they notice that that's like practicing compassion out in the hallway and so on. They start to connect that just a little at a time. And then when they screw up and they come back, like, oh, they can practice compassion with themselves. All right, I did it again. No problem, come back. Always coming back. That part is so important. That's a mindfulness practice. It's much more profound than just sitting with a Tibetan bowl and or getting interrupted by that classroom bell, which was really funny.
But I think one thing that you're speaking so well to, Pete, is that it's not only about what you do, but how you do it. And a mindfulness practice isn't inherently going to work. It's really about kind of how we practice it and how we teach it. And if the how doesn't feel like safe and connecting and it's unauthentic, then it's not going to have the impact that it could have. And that how is also dependent entirely on our relationships with the kids that we have, and our relationships is dependent on our own, in a way.
That's another education problem, right?
So
it's another teacher problem.
Resonate with that, yeah.
Is that no change happens without the relationship. You can't just do these things together.